Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Krishnamurthy, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Chemistry, JSS Arts, Science and Commerce College, Gokak, which is affiliated to Rani Channamma University, Belagavi. Today we'll discuss about the concept D and F block elements. So last class we discussed about the position of D block in the periodic table and the transition elements and the electronic configuration of 3D, 4D and 5D series. Today we learn more about the general properties of transition elements, that is D block elements, such as electronic configuration, melting and boiling point, enthalpy of atomization, atomic and ionic radii, oxidation state, magnetic behavior, catalytic activity, metallic property, color, chemical reactivity, reducing property, complex formation, interstitial compounds and alloy formation. The electronic configuration we already discussed in last class. The general electronic configuration of D block elements is n-1 D1 to 10, ns 1 to 2. Now we shall discuss it one by one. Melting point and boiling point. The D block elements have very high melting and boiling points. The high melting points of these metals are due to the involvement of greater number of electrons from n-1 d electrons in addition to the ns electrons in the interatomic metallic bonding. So there is a stronger metallic bonding. Transition elements exhibits high melting point. In any row, the melting points of these metals rise to maximum at D5 except manganese and technetium, and then decreases gradually as the atomic number increases. So in this graph, melting point against atomic number, we observed a 3D series, 4D series and 5D series. In moving along the period from left to right, the melting point of these metals first increases to maximum and then it decreases regularly towards the end of the period. So first all the three series increases, they reach maximum, that is a D5 configuration, and then it starts decreasing gradually with increasing atomic number except manganese and technetium. So this represents the high melting points of the 3D, 4D and 5D transition metals. So next, enthalpies of atomization. So atomization nothing but it is the enthalpy change that accompanies the total separation of all atoms in a chemical substance. So very similarly in melting point, transition elements have high enthalpies of atomization. It is maximum at the middle and then decreases. So as we seen in the graph, enthalpy of atomization versus atomic number, we observed greater the number of valence electrons, stronger the interatomic attraction. Hence, stronger bonding between atoms resulting in higher enthalpies of atomization. When you see in the graph, there is an increase in the enthalpy of atomization. It reaches maximum and then decreases. So metals of the second and third series have greater enthalpies of atomization than the corresponding elements of the first series. So when compared to 3D series, 4D and 5D series have greater or higher enthalpies of atomization. Therefore, 3D is less than 4D, 4D is less than 5D. This is the order. So next, atomic and ionic radii. The atomic or ionic radii first decreases till the middle, then it becomes almost constant and then increases towards the end of the period. Generally, along the period, atomic or ionic radii decreases because electrons are added to same shell and the effective nuclear charge increases, the atom size decreases. So here also The new electron enters a d orbital each time the nuclear charge increases by unity. But the shielding effect of a d electron is not that effective. Hence, the net electrostatic attraction between the nuclear charge and the outermost electron increases and the ionic radius decreases. However, the increased nuclear charge is partly cancelled by the increased screening effect of electrons in the d orbitals of penultimate shell. When the increased nuclear charge and increased screening effect balance each other, the atomic radii becomes almost constant. Increase in atomic radii towards the end may be attributed to the electron-electron repulsion. In fact, the pairing of electrons in d orbitals occurs after d5 configuration. Up to d5, there are only one electrons in orbitals. After d5, electrons gets paired up. The repulsive interaction between the paired electron causes increase in atomic and ionic radii. Therefore, in the beginning, atomic or ionic radii decreases. At the end, atomic or ionic radii increases. So in this graph, so we see the 3D series in the green color and 4D series in blue color, 5D series in red color. At the beginning, it decreases. Then at the end, atomic or ionic radii increases. So there is increase from the first 3D to the second 4D series of the elements, but the radii of the third 5D series are virtually the same as 4D. This is due to the intervention of the 4f orbital, which must be filled before the 5D series of elements begin. So this is called lanthanide contraction that will discuss detail in later. So there is a steady decrease in atomic radii from lanthanum due to the poor shielding of inner core. So this is the order 3D series less than 4D, but 4D and 5D series almost the same atomic and ionic radii, that is due to lanthanide contraction. So next, oxidation state, very important characteristic property. Oxidation state nothing but the net numerical charge assigned to an atom of an element in its combined state is known as its oxidation state or oxidation number. The d block elements or the transition element shows variable oxidation states because number one, n-1d and ns orbitals in the atoms of d block elements have almost same energies, and therefore electron can be removed from n-1d orbitals as easily as s orbitals electrons. And the second one, after removing s electrons, metal cations are formed, and these are unstable. Therefore, they loses one or more electrons from n-1d orbitals. This results in the formation of cations with different oxidation state. As we observed in the 3D series scandium to zinc, we observed a variable oxidation state. Scandium plus 3, titanium plus 2, 2 plus 4, that is plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, vanadium plus 2 to plus 5, chromium plus 2 to plus 6, manganese plus 2 to plus 7, iron plus 2 to plus 6, cobalt plus 2 to plus 4, nickel plus 2 to plus 4, copper plus 1 plus 2, zinc plus 2. So this shows variable oxidation state. Among these, manganese has highest oxidation state, that is plus 2 to plus 7, that is plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 and plus 7. Then next point, minimum oxidation state, that is equal to total number of electrons present in 4s orbital. Maximum oxidation state is equal to total number of electrons in 4s orbital plus number of unpaired electrons in 3d orbital. In 3D series, all elements contain 2 electrons in 4s and hence they all give a common minimum oxidation state of plus 2. So in 4s orbital there are 2 electrons, therefore minimum oxidation state of all the elements is plus 2 except chromium and copper where minimum oxidation state is plus 1 because chromium exhibit 3D 5 4s1 and copper exhibit 3D 10 4s1. Therefore, the minimum oxidation state is plus 1. The maximum oxidation state is given by manganese, that is manganese plus 7 because 2 electrons are removed from 4s and 5 unpaired electrons are removed from 3D orbitals. 5 plus 2, that is 7. So next, the highest oxidation state is shown by ruthenium and osmium, that is plus 8. Ruthenium from 4D series, osmium from 5D series, it is plus 8. So across the period, oxidation state increases and it is maximum at the middle or near the middle of the series and then decreases even if atomic number increases. Transition metals also show zero oxidation states in metal carbonyl complex. For example, nickel tetracarbonyl. So nickel in nickel tetracarbonyl complex has zero oxidation state. The bonding in the compounds of lower oxidation state, that is plus 2 plus 3, is mostly ionic and the bonding in the compounds of higher oxidation state is mostly covalent. Higher oxidation results covalent nature and lower oxidation results ionic nature. The relative stabilities of some oxidation states can be explained on the basis of the extra stability, according to which D5 and D10 are stable configurations. That is, off-filled and completely filled orbitals are more stable. So next property, magnetic behavior. So generally, when a magnetic field is applied to substance, mainly two types magnetic behavior are observed. That is diamagnetism and paramagnetism. Diamagnetic substances are repelled by the applied magnetic field, while paramagnetic substances are attracted. Substances which are attracted very strongly are said to be ferromagnetic. In fact, ferromagnetism is an extreme form of paramagnetism. Many of the transition metal ions are paramagnetic. So the paramagnetism arises from the presence of unpaired electrons. This is very important. So d block elements or the transition elements exhibits paramagnetic behavior, that is due to the presence of unpaired electrons. Each such electron having a magnetic moment associated with its spin angular momentum and also the orbital angular momentum. So the transition metals usually contains unpaired electrons, so it is paramagnetic. Paramagnetic behavior increases with increase in unpaired electrons. Paramagnetism expressed in terms of magnetic moment. It is related to the number of unpaired electrons. The magnetic moments calculated from the spin-only formula and those derived experimentally. The formula is magnetic moment mu is equal to root of n into n plus 2, where n is the number of unpaired electrons, Bm is the unit Bohr magneton. Bm, that value is 9.27 into 10 to the power of minus 21. The single unpaired electron has a magnetic moment of 1.73 Bohr magneton. As we already know, the magnetic moment of an electron is due to its spin angular momentum and also the orbital angular momentum. So here the what is that? 3D series ions scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese. In scandium 3 plus, this is 4s2 3d1. It lost 3 electrons. No electrons in the d orbitals. Number of unpaired electrons 0. Therefore magnetic moment 0. In titanium 3 plus, 1 unpaired electrons, magnetic moment value, calculated value is 1.73, and observed value is 1.75. In titanium 2 plus, there are 2 unpaired electrons, magnetic moment value 2.84, 2.76. Vanadium 2 plus, configuration is 3D3. There are 3 unpaired electrons, magnetic moment value 3.87 and 3.86. Chromium 2 plus, configuration 3D4. There are 4 unpaired electrons. The value is 4.90 and 4.80. Manganese 2 plus, the configuration is 3D5. There are 5 unpaired electrons. The value of magnetic moment is 5.92 and observed value is 5.96. So in this class we learn about the properties of d block elements or the transition elements, such as uh, melting and boiling point, enthalpies of atomization, atomic and ionic radii, oxidation state, and the magnetic behavior. And in the remaining properties or characteristics of d block elements will discussed in the next class. Thank you.